OVC Insider. I'm Olivia, your new host.
And I'm Patrick, and we're here to give you all your need-to-know coverage on the Ohio Valley Conference.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you can get all the new updates on your favorite athletes and schools on the OVC.
And it's football time in the OVC. The OVC's 64th season of football is scheduled to kick off today. With 3 games scheduled today and 5 more followed on Saturday, we can expect to see some great competition around the OVC as the season is set to start.
UT Martin and Jacksonville State will play at Jacksonville to open up with the first in-conference matchup of the season. Jacksonville State is ranked number 9 in the FCS polls, and Coach Crow has some comments about putting together the finishing touches.
There's going to be some names there are going to be some names that come out of this game of some players who are going to make some plays that people are going to be the first time they've ever heard them, and that really probably is going to say as much about our season as anything, is what we've done to make a better football team than the last football team we had.
As well as UT Martin and Jacksonville State game Thursday, Illinois State and Eastern Illinois are playing the 100th time in a rivalry called the Mid-American Classic. These teams battle it out every year for the honor to hold the traveling Mid-American Classic trophy.
In continued coverage of the OVC football, there's 4 OVC schools playing schools that are in the Football Bowl division. This includes Murray State at Louisville, Tennessee Tech at Iowa, Austin Peay at Cincinnati, and Eastern Kentucky at Kansas State.
And to round out the weekend in football, SEMO has a game against number 17th ranked Southern Illinois at home. Coach Samuel had a press conference to talk about this season's team and what he expects out of the tough season opener.
Well, they're going to get ready to play, same way we have to get ready to play. It's the first game of the season, and in the college level, there's no pre-game, pre-season games and all those kind of things. So, that's probably the biggest motivation as a coach and a player, is to get ready to go play somebody else. And, if you're going to start in a rivalry game, that's going to start the excitement right on out right now.
Moving our attention to soccer, we had some standout performances all around the OVC, but none more impressive than the ones of the underclassmen, who showed they have no fear when it comes to taking the pitch.
Our Offensive Player of the Week goes to freshman Devin Sawney of Eastern Kentucky. Sawney scored a pair of goals on Sunday to lead Eastern Kentucky to a 2-1 victory over regionally ranked Miami of Ohio. Sawney's first goal came in 20 minutes into the second half, and her second goal came 4 minutes into overtime. Defensive Player of the Week award goes to sophomore Lauren Fant of Eastern Kentucky. Fant was the only Cardinal to go the distance in the back line for every game this week. Fant assisted in the game-winning goal against Miami of Ohio. Goalkeeper of the Week goes to Becca Toller, a sophomore at Tennessee Tech. Toller played all 180 minutes of action in net at Tennessee Tech as they went 2-0.
It's going to be interesting to see what these players and other players have to offer for the next week's games. Here's a look at a couple key games you should watch.
Austin Peay looks to continue their undefeated streak against Western Kentucky this week, as former Player of the Week Tatiana Ariza looks to lead her team, as she's already scored 2 hat tricks in this season.
Volleyball season has begun, and in the first week of action there were some tough players that came to perform. After standout performances around the league, Players of the Week were awarded to the top offensive players, setters, and defensive players.
The Offensive Player of the Week for volleyball goes to Ellie Robertson, a junior at Moorhead. Robertson opened the 2011 campaign by turning in 3 consecutive 20-kill matches, including recording 41 kills in 2 matches against number 24 ranked Michigan. Moorhead's coach had some comments about how the team did after they played Michigan.
Different players step up at different times. We've just got to keep that consistency, all the way through. We've got a lot of talent, and it starts with the ball control. We've got great defensive core, great passers. Our setters are really getting into a rhythm. So I think it's all about continuing on that learning process. You can't just get stagnant. You've got to get in the gym every single day, look at the fundamentals, make sure that we're improving on the areas that we need to, and again, it's all a journey and a process.
Defensive Player of the Week was awarded to Casey Elswick of UT Martin. Elswick tallied 73 digs as the Skyhawks went 3-0 at the Maroon Classic. She had over 20 digs in all 3 matches, including a high of 28 against Southern Illinois in the tournament's championship match. And to round off our volleyball players of the week, we have co-setter winners Sammy Minton at SIUE and Jenna Miller at UT Martin. Minton led all the setters at SIUE Invitational with 11.35 assists per set, while Miller racked up 145 assists in the 3 wins for UT Martin. She tallied over 42 assists in each match.
There are some important matches coming up in the OVC volleyball. Here are some that you might want to follow.
In cross-country news, almost every team is looking to open their season this Friday with their first meets. 5-time defending Ohio Valley Conference champions, Eastern Kentucky, starts off their season with a number 4 regional rank and a number 28 national rank. This is the first national ranking in the program history. Eastern Kentucky University, the only OVC school featured in the national polls, has sent 4 runners to NCAA cross-country championships in the last 4 years.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of the OVC Insider.
Be sure to follow us next week as the competition is starting to heat up around the Ohio Valley Conference.
Also, be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
I'm Olivia.
And I'm Patrick.
And this was your OVC Insider.